Let's go ahead and get started. So this is the second league of the day. The context is right before SCG Indy, which is a Pioneer Open. But given I've been playing Pioneer pretty nonstop off stream for the last month, I'm pretty sick of Pioneer and want to dive more into Modern. So I'm trying decks that beat Amulet, which is the de facto decks to beat. We tried Storm in the last league, which you can find somewhere on my YouTube channel. Should be under the same date that this video is, so it should be right alongside it. But this is the second deck. This is literally a copied and pasted deck list from SCG Philadelphia. I believe this deck got 9th in that team open. It had only a 14-card sideboard listed, so I ended up putting a second Kitchen Finks in. It may be supposed to be like another Viridian Corrupter or something, but given that Burn seems like a hard matchup, and so does Prowess, I think Kitchen Finks is a card I would... If I wanted another card this sideboard, a second Kitchen Finks seems like the card I want. So let's take a look at Infect. I've never played Infect before. I am not a Tom Ross or Aaron Barrich. I've played against it a lot. It has been a deck forever. But, I mean, it's gotten a few good upgrades. Namely, Once Upon a Time. Scale Up is also rather recent. That was a huge upgrade from Modern Horizons. But Once Upon a Time is the most recent upgrade the deck has gotten. And that's, I mean, it's a big upgrade. It provides a lot more consistency and gives the deck a lot more keepable hands, because you can't keep a hand without like an Infector most of the time, especially in builds that don't have cantrips. So, pretty excited to give that a try. Pretty excited this deck's on the comeback, and like I said, this is the deck that keeps Degenerate combo in check for the most part in Modern. Like, this is the deck that says, alright, you're playing a combo deck, I'm going to make you interact, because if you don't interact, you're just going to die on turn 2. I'm going to play a Glistener Elf on turn 1, and you're going to die on turn 2, and then we're going to go, both go about our ways. So if you're trying to be a Degenerate combo player, or you're trying to be even a really big mana player and just not interact until like turn 3 or 4 or whenever you're trying to kill, like, Infect is here to snipe you. And so here we are again. Amulet, not a deck trying to interact before turn 3 or 4. So we're gonna try infecting. We're gonna try to get him dead. Let's take a look. We have 20 lands to start off with. You can play such a high land count because of Inkmoth Nexus. Been around forever, been a staple of the deck. One of the best infectors, just built into your mana base. Busted card in this deck. And you also have a Dryad Arbor that you can fetch when you're getting hit with Edict effects like Liliana of the Veil. Pretty good there. Also a fine backup plan if your opponent's just like, life total doesn't matter, I'm going to fetch and shock a bunch. It's like, alright, we're a really idiot. Instep, fetch Dryad Arbor, put a bunch of pump spells on it and kill you. So you can get some random free wins just baked into your mana base with that too. You're also looking at, 2, 4, 6 fetches for 2 breeding pools and 2 forests. Oh, I missed Misty Rainforest. I apologize. Never mind. The 7 fetches for 2 breeding pools, 2 forests. Oh, you have a Pendelhaven too, which is a pump spell baked into your mana base as well. So, for a 20 land deck, you actually do get to utilize your lands pretty well. And on top of all of that, they recently started playing Waterlogged Grove as well, which is, a Horizon Canopy land that taps for both your colors. Pretty attractive option. I don't know. This all this, 8 or 9 lands that are just extra value baked into your lands, let you play a high land count and get utility. That's really attractive to me when I'm looking at a deck list, and that looks really, really clean. I like this land base a lot. We're on 4 Mutagenic Growth, like that a lot. We're trying to get really linear. We're on 2 Blossoming Defenses. What is this? This set of Groundswells? Only 2. 2 Groundswells. 4 Might of Old Krosa, 4 Scale Up. Love the 4 Scale Ups if we're trying to race as well. Just because a Scale Up plus any 4 damage spell, like Groundswell or Might of Old Krosa, just kills. Vines of Vastwood, pairs with your Blossoming Defense to give you 6 protection effects. And then 2 Distortion Strikes, which is good at getting through other creatures. So pretty happy with these pump spells. Not played a lot of Infect, but I really like the look of 4 Mutagenic Growth in a format where we're trying to get degenerate and fast. The creature base is the same as it's always been. 4 Glistener Elves, 4 Noble Hierarchs, 4 Blighted Agents. So for a total of 12 Infector creatures, and then Once Upon a Time to find them. You have Noble Hierarch, which is, the Exalted lets you basically get more mana as well as a free pump spell out of that mana using Noble Hierarch. Across multiple turns, multiple Hierarchs often is better than one single pump spell. So that's a pretty nice little option. And helps us more aggressively crack our Waterlogged Groves. We have 2 Spellskites. I think these are for the Prowess matchup. We were talking a little bit before I went live that the Prowess matchup was probably heinous for this deck because you're just never beating a Lava Dart in a million years. But Spellskite does a lot to shore that kind of stuff up. If your plan is to bolt us out of the game, Spellskite's one of your best options. So seeing 2 in the main deck's a little unsurprising. And you got your 4 Once Upon a Times. Decklist looks pretty tight. I think the only like flexish slots to me looks like a few extra pump spells and like the Distortion Strike kind of effects. Boop. And then we got the sideboard. Veil of Summer. Very, very powerful option that this deck now has. Helps for beating up the Jund style decks a lot. Weather the Storm is good for the bird matchup, I imagine. Maybe the Prowess matchup too. I don't know where else Weather the Storm comes in except for like bird and Prowess. I don't even think it's that good against Prowess. So I don't know. This looks a little narrow to me, but interested in trying it out. Kitchen Finks kind of also pairs with that, a little bit of a fair plan that also like lets you have a threat that stays in play. This card's a lot better against Prowess because you can just block their creatures, and if they bolted, it comes back, etc., etc. Pretty attractive option. Also gains you a little bit of life. This has been a card played in Infect for a long, long time though. Viridian Corrupter blows up artifacts. I don't know. I guess if Urza is still a thing people are doing, like any kind of ensnaring bridge matchup, you might want it. You can help find it with your Once Upon a Times, so only having one maybe makes a little bit more sense, but it is an expensive to cast Infector. I don't really know. It kind of looks like nonsense to me, but I don't know. Once again, I'm not an Infect master here. Whoever did the winning with this deck is. 3 Force of Vigors. More artifacts and enchantments you need to blow up. Like I said, it feels like ensnaring bridges. Maybe Blood Moons too. We only have 2 basics. So, like, maybe these are also for blowing up Blood Moons. Still feels like a lot of artifact and enchantment hate. I don't know what's up with that. Chat, if you know what's up, feel free to throw it in the chat. We got 2 Dismembers, removal spells, the good against, like, Shadow, good in the mirror. Anytime you need a removal spell, like, blue-green just doesn't have access to very good removal spells. Thankfully, Phyrexian Mana breaks the color pie, and so we have Dismember as a good option. Last but not least, one of the best sideboard options available in all formats right now, Mystical Dispute. And that one's obviously pretty good against, like, the Urza decks that are rising up. And, I mean, it's still fine at Mana Leak for 3 mana, so this card's so good. Mystical Dispute's so busted. I don't understand. This card's great. In fact, got so many upgrades from Modern Horizons and, like, the last, like, even 2019. That's shocking. Like, for people that said they'd probably never, like, print Infect again, they sure, like, helped the deck out a lot. Whatever. It's 7. Boop. 100 play points. Let's spew more play points. Kind of excited to infect people. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. I don't get to infect people ever. Because I've just never registered the deck. I've, like, obviously tested with it, but I've, like, seriously never actually piloted this deck at all. I've honestly probably played more with Legacy Infect than Modern Infect, which is wild. Oh, I just dropped that. Yeah, it's really stupid. Give me my water bottle back. I Dutra? Alright. I would love to be on the play. Does this kill my opponent on turn 2? It does not. How quick does this kill my opponent? We have 6 Infects, 2 Infectors. I don't think we can mulligan this. This hand looks good. It looks on like a little bit of the lower echelon of keepable hands, but on the play, I think this hand's going to be fast enough the majority of the time, so just play my Breeding Pool tapped. And then next turn we're going to do the old Inkmoth Blighted Agent, put 2 things in play. Utopia Sprawl. Oh no. Might get Stone Rain, chat. That would be bad. We should draw like a pump spell though, so. Ooh, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I think I'm still just going to put the 2 Infectors in play. That way if they Stone Rain me, they might look a little dumb. Like, they can't really interact well with both of the things I have going on here. Yeah, both fine. That's a good draw. We need to hold this last land for Groundswell, but other than that, I think we're alright. Forest. Noble Hierarch. Here's another Blighted Agent. Don't have proc spells, so I'm not going to worry about having them up. We're now representing 7, right? 6, 7 each. We need any proc spell, any pump spell at all. Even Pendelhaven will do. Play that. They still have access to 4 mana. Do they have Bloodbraid Elf? What do they have? Magus the Moon. Alright, that card actually doesn't really matter. Pump spell. No such luck. Alright, so we're going to hold the land then, I think. They can't play Anger without turning on my Inkmoth, so I'm going to commit the second threat. What is this? This is not Inferno Titan mana. Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. Utopia Sprawl. Alright. You got it, friendo. I don't know why you floated 3 mana. Seasoned Pyromancer. Let me see. Can't be blocked. Alright, well, I'm glad we both played hard. It was a very competitive match. What is this attack? Alright. Just like attack with the Magus, too. Here's a land. I guess we can play the second Hierarch. Noble. Combat attack. I guess we should wait for them to say no blocks. This is technically correct. We're playing tight right now. Groundswell. Kill you. Got him. I'm shocked we beat a Blood Moon effect. I feel like that doesn't normally happen in game 1. Wild. What a wild concept. I actually have no idea. I probably want these Force of Vigors, but they don't even seem that good. Like, if they're going to be Stone Raining us, right? Or Blood Mooning us. Seems like we want Force of Vigor, but they're also, like, bolting us. I don't want Kitchen Finks, though. Kitchen Finks seems heinous. Just want to, like, kill them. What are the first things to be caught? Might of Old Krosa? Might of Old Krosa seems like one of the worst pump spells. Yeah, I just want the Force of Vigors, I think. I guess the Mutagenic Growths actually aren't that good. I cut at least 2 of them. Maybe let's cut 3. Like, they're not great at saving my creatures, because they don't save me from lightning bolts. Neither does Might of Old Krosa, though, but Might of Old Krosa has higher upside. Alright, what if I did, like, a wacky split? Just cut 1 Might, 2 Mutagenics. The thing is, because I only have 2 Groundswells, I'm low on +4/+4 effects. I just, like, don't want that many Mutagenics. I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna try this. I'm certainly probably never cutting threats. This hand looks really good to me. Like, we can fetch a basic forest. We have access to, like, a lot of lands if they're on the Stone Rain plan. We have Spellskite if they're on the Bolt of My Stuff plan. And we have the Once Upon a Time Farmer Creatures. I think I'm keeping this. This seems to fit all of my needs. Honestly, not a huge fan of Muta. I'm a huge fan of Muta in general. Like, I think it's good in general, but I think in this matchup... Yeah, it's easy keep. Alright, fair. I don't know. I mean, this hand looks a little dopey is the only thing, right? That's a good draw, actually. I'm not going to play a creature on 1. So I'm just going to hold my Once Upon a Time. And see what they have on turn 2. Shock. 3 mana. Let's see if Utopia Sprawl, which gives you got more. Yep. What the hell? target from graveyard. If it was a land, exile thing, otherwise drain me. You got it. That is among the least scary 3-mana spells I could see you playing. Do I want to fetch? I don't think I want to fetch I have plenty of blue sources, so I don't want to draw a forest though. So we're just gonna grab a little forest. What the heck? Inkmoth Nexus. Not bad. Cast that paying mana cost. 2 lands. It really do be like that sometimes, huh? Alright. Inkmoth. Spellskite. So exile this thing and drain me. Spellskite's a pretty good blocker. It is kind of sweet that we're out here flooding and then, like, it's just, like, fine. Well, that mana is probably not a good sign. What is this? A Bloodbraid Elf? BBE. I see. It is gone. I think they have Bolt. Oh, they don't even care. She's not even giving me the option. I don't really want a second forest, right? Is there a universe where I want a second forest? This is kind of awkward. Could have redirected to Spellskite. Yeah, I could have. I'm not actually sure that's even correct, though. Because we're not killing them with the Inkmoth in, like, a reasonable time frame. I guess we just don't have any other backup plan until I drew this once upon a time, too. So I might should have. They probably expected me to. No. If they cared about the Spellskite more, they probably would have just shot the Spellskite. I'm still not necessarily convinced I was supposed to. Like I said, the Inkmoth is just so mana intensive. I don't know if we have time. Well, now, I mean, I'm in such an awkward position. I want to shock and pass, because they obviously don't have a Blood Moon effect. I'm just going to shock. And I think I'm just going to Once Upon a Time on Instep, but I can use the blue to redirect something if I need to. Yeah, I don't know how that works either. I think because of the way it's worded, it's not modal, and that means I can redirect it. I think I could have. I think I did have the option. Let's see. Does it list what's going on here? Cast, it just says cast pillage targeting. Actually, you're right. I might not have been able to because it was specifically targeting a land. That is such a weird templating. I think you still can because it's the same line of text. I think you still can because it just targets generically an artifact or a land, right? Oh, what the hell? Probably I'm just Force of Vigoring that at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That turns on Clothis. That's suboptimal. Ding. Okay. Destroy artifact or enchantment. So many destroy artifact and enchantment effects. Magus of the Moon. That is also suboptimal. But they have no mana up right now, so I can keep my thing in play. Oh, that one. Look, I got him. This means that they can't cash this in to shoot this and deal 2 damage to me, which is pretty nice. Fortunately, it means I can't cast this Blighted Agent until we draw a thing that lets me cast Blighted Agent. But it doesn't mean we keep this in play and we get to block this turn, so we're just like preventing more damage as well. Pretty attractive stuff. Noble Hierarch, Glistener Elf, that plays. This one. Okay, I mean, we need some help. We're probably actually just going to die to this Colossus before anything else happens because this game just got slowed down a bunch. Perhaps I should have Dismembers in. I thought they would have more like natural Blood Moons, not Magus the Moons. I don't know why they're playing Maguses over Blood Moons. Arbor Elf, that's fine. I think we're dead. I'm probably just going to concede. Alright, let's just concede. I can't think of a draw that like lets us play this game. How did Storm go? It went pretty well. We 3-2'd, but we lost the Amulet in the end, and we actually learned a lot. It was pretty informative. And I think Storm is likely not good enough, is my generic assessment, but I may actually just be wrong. Dismembers look like they would have been really good. I want Dismembers. Force of Vigor was kind of bad. That's maybe results oriented, because Force of Vigor was actually kind of important. But Centerpiece doesn't even seem that good. Magic's so hard. I don't know. I just want to kill him before Blood Moon matters. That's so aggressive. Just like only having 1 Force of Vigor in my deck. I should have a second one to cut the less Mutagenic Growth. I'm such an idiot. Whatever. Google says yes, redirect. Reasonable. Dismember should definitely be in. I see that. It's better versus Titan. Why is Magus better versus Titan? Aren't they playing Beast Withins? This hand's so close. If these are just like 2 functional lands, then we just have them dead on turn 2. Alright. This hand's pretty good. Keep. It's the Distortion Strike or the land. I think I'm... It could just be the Once Upon a Time. Like, what are we looking for? We're looking for more pump? Alright. I'm actually here for that. Like, I think this hand is reasonable. So, there's a train. Train. Forest. Elfie poo. Turny poo. Once Upon a Time. My opponent cast Once Upon a Time. That's so busted. Play 61 with the second force. Galaxy Brain. Bloodbraid Elf was the best card in 5. Understandable. Okay. Got a Bolty Poo? You do. I think because I jammed the Elf on 1, we're going to jam Agent on 2. Ugh. That's so bad. Agent. You don't have anything! Go! This is like such a slow kill. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. Utopia Sprawl. You got it. Oh, they actually don't. That's a PogChamp. Mutagenic. It's a nice one. Distortion Strike. Combat. Nug you for the old 2. I don't know what turn this kills, but it seems like it's going to take a while. Seems like we're going to be here a minute. Let's see, we have 2 next turn, plus 4 is 6. Although we probably have to use this Vines otherwise. Like in other ways. Don't anger me, bro. Oh, they probably should play this Bloodbraid Elf, actually. 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we're kind of close. Like, if we draw a land, they are dead, right? I'm not dumb. Alright. Choose red. Pillage. just says target creature, right? Maybe I should have Vines or something. Eh. Do it. Do it! Target this. Combat. Attack for 2. Am I supposed to, like, shoot these? Pitching Mutagenic. I was probably supposed to cast this Distortion Strike. I wanted to hold it until they played creatures, but, like, with this Force of Vigor on the horizon, that's kind of attractive. Just, like, double Stone Raining. God. I'm kind of into it. 4, 5. If I draw land, I get really punished for not casting Distortion Strike. It would take them off Anger. I don't know how much that matters. It matters a lot. Also takes them off Inferno Titan next turn. Like, if they go land Inferno Titan, how do we freaking win? I don't know. I didn't show up to play well. I'll have to do it on their turn. Whatever. Upkeep. Boop. Boop. Pitching this. I'm going to keep the Vines as long as possible. Oh no. Just going to float 4 mana on your upkeep. I'm kind of into that. Yep, there you go. They just have nothing? We're Galaxy Brain, chat. We're Galaxy Brain. Scale up. That's a fucking nice one. I'm remembering now why I didn't cast Distortion Strike. I just want to scale up and kill them. Chat, what are the chances they have a lightning bolt or anything? Do they have anything? Do we go for the skill? It's so safe to wait. We can just wait. We can Vines them. Go for it. Chat! What? If we draw any land at all... Actually, that's not true. If we draw Inkmoth, it sucks. And that's 3 of our lands. If we draw Arbor, it sucks. That's 4 of our lands. We've been through 3 of our lands, so there's 17 left. YOLO stream. Always be greedy. You didn't show up here to play. Alright, chat. I've been pure pressured. This is so bad. You ain't got ish. Dad? Dad? Please, Dad. Dad? Ugh, let's go! Drake plus chat is Infect Master. Red deck doesn't play Bolt. They've been through one. Come on. Come on, chat. Come on. Not greedy, just good play. I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of upside to waiting. Like, my opponent is literally just passing, and we have a Vines in hand to protect our creature from any removal spell. The problem is if they draw Stone Rain, I feel like I'm just dead on the spot. So, like, that I think that's a good counter. Like, I think that's, like, among the best arguments for actually just jamming. Is, like, I don't think I can beat a Stone Rain effect. I can't beat a Blood Moon effect because they blew up my forest. So, like, there is some amount of pressure in that they have draws that don't kill my Blighted Agent, but do likely end the game. And I think that's, like, that's probably the best argument. But whatever. We did it. We just murdered him. No, Marduk says it's not greedy, so it's not greedy. You cannot have a chat divided. V-Split Second, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. V-Split Second is here for us playing great, because that's what we're doing. Put it snap mold to 6. Their hand was bad. I'm keeping this. This hand bops. This Dryad Arbor makes me want to vomit. We've had this in our opening hand like multiple times. It's so frustrating. I'm probably going to fetch a chalk too, just like pull land out of my deck. Oh, what do I have a stop in their upkeep? Do it! Watch just be another Blood Moon strategy. That's probably why there's so many Force of Vigors, is because like there's so many Blood Moon strategies trying to beat these Amulet decks. It's just not even beating the Amulet decks. It's not even doing it. Aaron would have gone for it. I'm gonna ask her. Oh geez, can I beat this? Can I beat this strategy? Probably not. It's probably like some like bolt strategy. Sure land. Whatever. Fooch. Think they're gonna Blood Moon me? I don't think they're gonna Blood Moon me. I guess we grab Forest. It's like very, very reasonable just to grab Forest to be safe because we have Waterlogged Grove. Alright, we're gonna be Forest. Cast that paying mana cost. Find me an Infect creature. Fuck. Alright, well, Pendelhaven's busted, so we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. There's no issues. My mana is great. My deck is great. Everything is great. This is about to get pushed or bolted to Kingdom Come. It didn't. I'm so lucky. Is this Dredge then? Like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does it all mean? Blackleaf Cliffs. Dark Confidant. Oh, that's not ideal. Itch. Combat. Beats. Okay. Put this Arbor in play? Is that nuts? Is it nuts to put this Arbor in play? Put this Arbor in play. So they Liliana edict me. I want to be able to, like, stop that from happening. Alright. Bobby hits a Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. That's reasonable. Maybe we can pressure the life total with, like, Pendelhaven plus, like, all this other stuff. Like, they're pretty likely to just play a Seasoned Pyromancer, right? Yeah, you ain't attacking. Just hold up 3 mana. That's not suspicious at all. Pendelhaven. I don't know. Maybe we just pass. Because I want to cast this Once Upon a Time. I have all these spells. I'm probably not killing them with damage. I'm trying to just chill. But I kind of want to attack. That uses 2 of my mana, though. Alright, I'm just chilling. Good attack with this. Doesn't feel any different. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack like this. Like that no Pendelhaven pump. Like, it's kind of nice. Alright, what you got? No shock. Something fat. Alright, we know about a Blackleaf Glyphs. It's probably coming in tapped. There's a universe where we win this damage race, which is kind of depressing. Thoughtseize me. This can hit a Inkmoth Nexus. Ding. Resolves. Yeah, I don't know what this Rakdos deck is, but, I mean, they're 10. Like, it is the same to deal damage to them as it is to infect them right now. Which is honestly kind of wild. I don't know why they haven't played the Seasoned Pyromancer yet. I'm a mod in the Infect Discord. I like the stream when it said Infect. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your support, Murdoch. Sunbaked Canyon, how reasonable. Unfortunately, they came to watch a pretty bad Infect player. Alright, you take a point, go to 9. Put this clown into play. Discard some real spells. Probably Lingering Souls. That would be such a beat on Earth. I do not care. Okay. 2 Inkmoth Nexus. Make this bigger. Go to combat. Attack. Make it even bigger. You got it. Go. I mean, I'm willing to just, like, play this long game. Because I have Inkmoths just, like, dialed up. Like, we can play this game forever. Like, you're going to have to do something about this Bob. Inquisition. You got it, friend. My hand is all lands. What is this? Liliana. Okay. Okay. Sacrifice the Dryad Arbor. Scale up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How does this work? Like, I'm giving it +1/+2 until end of turn, and then I scale up afterwards. Gonna need... Judge! Judge! I need to know how scale up works. You are correct. So it does... It will be after I give it +1/+2, and then I scale it up. It's gonna be a 7/6, right? Alright, cool. Chat's on top of it. So we can play the other Inkmoth. Fire up Inkmoth. Give it +1/+2. If they have Bolt, we can't play around it, right? Is that a problem? You will get the bonus. Sick. So, like, here's the thing, is we can't play around a Lightning Bolt. Do we think they have Lightning Bolt? We can put them to 1 Infect, and then we have 2 Inkmoths. Like, we can play around Bolt, put them to 1 Infect, and then we have 2 Inkmoths lined up for next turn. That is the conservative play. Or we could go for a kill. And it entirely hinges on if we want to play around them having a 1-mana removal spell here. Red doesn't play Lightning Bolt, jam it. Listen, V-Split. They have to do it in response to the Pendelhaven? Right, but if they do, we die. Like, if they do it in response to Pendelhaven, we're in trouble. So we do actually die to Bolt, right? Just see if they do it in response to Pendelhaven. Okay. I guess that plays. Oh no, what has happened? This one's not... Oh my god. What have I done? It's the newly controlled one, right? This is the old one? Jesus Christ. Animate this moron. Give it +1/+2. Fuck. Well, ain't shit I can do about that. We can attack, right? We attack this. No, we don't have an attack. Ugh. That's alright. Snow-covered swamp. Play swamp. Okay. Discard this. Okay. What the fuck? Is this just like anticipate? Alright, I guess. God, we're about to get Lingering Souls into oblivion. Krosa? What the hell? That's kind of a beat. Wait, no, they're just dead. They're still just dead, right? Animate thing. We discard this. Yeah, okay. Never mind, Krosa doesn't matter at all. Alright, discard this land. Okay. You probably should attack, friendo. I don't think your Bob matters anymore. There you go. Probably should come up with the Season Pyro, too. Alright, whatever, dude. You do you, friend. Alright, animate. Pump. Scale up, pump. I don't know. We're just gonna do the thing. Who? Give this thing +1/+2. Green. Scale it up. Cast this. Combat. Attack you. 10 Infect! Gah! This feels like this matchup should be unwinnable. They just like had a Bob running since turn 2. The entire game. They just had Bob running the entire game. And this black-red like removal spells deck. Just like discard spells and removal spells. We're not supposed to be able to win this in a million years. And we just like beat the crap out of them. How does this happen? Why do people play these decks? What is going on? I have so many questions. Is Kitchen Finks good? They're sacrificing stuff. How do you feel about fettuccine? Fettuccine's great. Love me some noodles. Jund is a bad matchup. Jund's a horrible matchup. Oh, I thought it made you discard too. Jesus, Marduk. How good did you think Krosa was? Oh my god. Got Krosis and Mutas? I think Mutas might be okay. The reason being they're more likely to have like blockers, and they're more likely to have like Kolaghan's commands. I think that's just a horrible argument. It might just be a bad argument. Definitely don't like Might at all, actually. Like, I really hate Might. Cut some Mutas. Alright, we'll cut all the Mutas. You talk me into it. What do I want? Do I want any of this stuff? Is Kitchen Finks actually good? Kitchen Finks might be good. Let's try it. Like, one Dismember feels a little wacky. You could just bring another creature in. That actually might not just be the end of the world. Although, if our Spellskites are in play, we actually just don't have an option. We have to destroy target artifact. That's a little bit embarrassing. Because if we blow up our own Spellskite, I'm going to be big mad. People forget what happens when you tap out against Infect. That's big, big facts. Alright, whatever. Let's just try this. This could be okay. Not about it. I just want more creatures. Just up my creature density. I think Distortion Strike's actually probably closetly really good in this matchup too. Pretty excited about that. And there's like this deck obviously does a lot of damage to itself, so there's a good chance that like the Kitchen Finks can actually just like beat down at some point as well. Ugh. Can I mulligan this? This hand looks busted. It's a creature away from being, like, mega busted. But, like we already have this. Like, this card seems unbelievable. You have no threat? I know, but I have a Cryptic command for 1 mana. And I have, like, I can cycle this. This is a pump spell. So, like, these are, like, pseudo spells, right? So it's only a 4-lander. Mulliganing against this deck seems like a misery, too. Is it really that easy of a mulligan? No, Fat Talent, you're making good points. I need to be talked out of this. This is a keep lose if I've ever seen one. Columbus took a chance. That's so toxic. Come on. Oh. I really want to keep this. I'll keep that on the play. All right, fair. We'll just mulligan it. This hand's like way better. Come on! This hand is so much better. His hand is like comically better, actually. What do you mean the London Mulligan's busted? Watch the like discard me too and I'll feel so validated. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we don't need no veils. We don't need veils around here. We don't need no veils. This is a face-up stream. We should play this more on into open interaction. What if we didn't? What if we just played this past, went turn 2 Glistener Elf with the Vines back up? Is that stupid? I don't think so. We don't really have a good turn 2 play. I'm kind of doing it. Although, we do want to tap out for this on 3. And this card is like one of our worst threats anyway. I'm really talking myself into this like being bad. Although I think this is kind of going to determine a lot about how this game plays out. So I do want to think about this decision a little bit longer. Do I want to jam this elf or wait until I can have Vines up? I think I want to wait. Yeah, if they have Thoughtseize, I'll lose the elf. If they have Thoughtseize, I'm in a little bit of trouble anyway. Like, I think if they have Thoughtseize, they're not taking the elf anyway. I think they're taking Vines. So, I'm just going to pass. If they have another Thoughtseize, their life total doesn't get lower. We have a Kitchen Finks. They're probably just going to Crux us. Bobby C. It must be nice to have Thoughtseize in a Bob every game. Alright, well, let's see what happens. That's a good one. About to just get edicted? That sucks. What? I guess that's fair. Alright. I guess it really do be like that, huh? I put a fetch line on bottom too, huh? Okay, okay. I should have like no outs to this. I don't know why I'm still playing. Put anything with text on the table. Alright, that's text. Huh. I learned something, chat. I learned something. Fetch wouldn't help in this situation. It's not strictly true. Could have fetched a forest. Okay, that's what we're doing, huh? This matchup seems really freaking hard. They just have all the best possible cards against us. I don't even want 3 Force of Vigors. I'm not gonna play 3 Force of Vigors. Yeah, yeah, Fat Town. Obviously, I would have played the fetch instead of like the Pendelhaven or something like that. Would you like to play first? Nothing would make me happier. This is a threat away from being excellent. Mulligan. This is a anything with text away from being excellent. Keep bottom the Dryad Arbor so I can fetch it later. Did they mulligan too? They did. Lucky. Yeah, I mean, this is a jam threats hand, right? Fetch. Go grab the old forest. Get that solved right quick. Play the old Elfie. The old Elforama. If you get a scale up, you win. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe they'll take the Blighted Agent and we'll just draw We'll just draw scale up. We win. That would be sicko. Yes! Scale up, scale up, scale up, scale up, scale up. Oh, well, that's good too. That's the cool thing about Infect. It just like feels like you're always drawing to a kill. Breeding pool. Yup. And like we're good against the Liliana because we can fetch our Dryad Arbor. It's pretty sicko mode. What you got? Bobby C? Sure. The natural Dryad Arbor. You hate to see that. We can hold up for soft permission, or we can just slam. It's a feel bad. Yep, still looking for scale up every turn. Yeah, it does suck that we can't just like hold up the Groundswell. I feel incentivized to play Dryad Arbor attack. I don't value my pump spells very highly, but I do value my creatures highly. I'll play Dryad Arbor. I'm just going to attack. And if they block the Glistener Elf, I'm actually just going to Groundswell the Glistener Elf. No blocks. If you have Slaughter Pact, we're going to murk you. No, they're at 7 poison, and any pump spell kills them, including Mutagenic Growth. I don't know. That's maybe the best they can do. Maybe it's not. He's good against Blood Moon, I'll tell you what. I discard a card? Okay. Could have played around that. I don't think that overly matters. Huh. Is this crazy? I don't think this is crazy. God, that's so greedy. Whatevs. Like, now they can't really play any threats super well. Yeah, I'm just, like, not going to animate this moron. Oh, well, maybe I will. Just kidding, guys! Animate. Go. Sure. Look at them playing smart. We animating again? They didn't have another 1-mana removal spell. Hey, that looks like lethal to me. And they could have used the better removal spell, so they had like 1 draw step at it. Oh, they just conceded. They didn't even make me do it. Yay! It's okay. I would have done it anyway. How are we beating up these matchups that look like they should be unwinnable? What is happening? Like, none of these decks feel like they should be beatable. There's just like a bunch of 1-mana removal spells, some Blood Moons, some blockers, just like the right mix of stuff that should be beating the crap out of me. We're just like winning. Why is that happening? Chat, what the fuck? I don't understand. Because Infect is strong? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I've seen a lot worse. We've also drawn pretty well for what it's worth. Like, I don't know how often this kind of thing happens, but we've been drawing pretty well. Feels pretty good. Alright, let's do it. Get that. Let's get this bread. Another time I would like to play against Amulet at least once. If the matchup's bad, I don't want to play it more than once. Oh, Infect. What a sweet deck. Yeah, like, look at this. Once Upon a Time just makes every hand great. Like, this hand, like, if this was, like, anything else, like another land or something, I'd be like, mope, 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 mulligan. Whereas this is just, like, an Infect creature. So just PogChamp. Every hand is Pogs. Keep. I've whiffed on a few OATs. Yeah, that's fine. Look, my opponent's playing OAT. I think we've just discovered that this card is just unreasonable. I don't know maybe if that's like a new discovery, but like Street Wraith. No, why are we playing against all these mono removal spell decks? What is happening? Stop it. You're never beating Amulet Titan in a million years. Stop it. Actually, I think their favorite is Amulet Titan, but whatever. Whatever. Who's asking? You draw a card. They looked at me, right? No, they should have targeted themselves. Yeah, they targeted themselves. Cast the pink mana cost. Ooh, Inkmoth is nice. Yeah, Inkmoth is just great. So we're gonna play Inkmoth. There's no bark. It's kind of a lag. I'm just kind of letting this out there for them to kill. Like, they want to use a kill spell on my Hierarch. I'm kind of okay with that. If not, like, we're cool. Although, maybe I'm not cool. Maybe there's a chance we just, like, kill them with a Dryad Arbor just out of nowhere. What are you doing? You milled over Gurmag Angler. Okay. You're at 13. I mean, we just get them below 9, and it's going to be easier to hard kill them than it will be with, like, Inkmoth Nexus. Problem is, if we're on the damage strategy, we need to, like... Oh, yeah, whatever. We need to, like, play this fetch land before this Inkmoth, which is kind of a beat. And, like, they're about to play a threat, which is not good. Well, it has to be a Gurmag Angler, at least, which takes forever to kill. Sure. Here is Inky. Inquisition me. Okay. My hand's pretty good, friend. My hand's not bad. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily unconvinced that we aren't winning this game by damage. I am a little worried that we're just going to die to this Gurmag Angler, because 4 turns is a lot of turns. My hand is great. My hand is great. My hand is great. Yep, they took a bite. Makes sense. Okay. Island. Well, that's not good. That looks like stub mana. Two, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They haven't taken more damage, so I'm pretty sure I'm not winning this game via damage. Alright, so let's fetch a forest. If they have push or dismember plus stub, we're in a little bit of trouble. But I need to get this point in if I want to be able to kill them next turn, because this is 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, go. Yep. Poggers. 5. It's cool with me. Yep, you draw a card. What is happening? I want to go for the Might this turn, I think. God, the land choice. Yeah, my opponent's land choice is a little sketchy, huh? This is an interesting spot. I think we have to assume we're not dead. Animate. Green. Might of Old Krosa. This is likely to get stubbed. It did not get stubbed. Combat. Attack for 5. You take damage. I pass turn. They have Snap Push. We're actually in a little bit of trouble. Thankfully, they did not. Watch Fetchland, go grab Red Source, Team Battle Rage you. That's what's about to happen to me. Okay. Might of Old Krosa. It's not bad. Let's go fetch. Animate. Might of Old Krosa. They've conceded from the game. They know about both the proc spells, so that makes sense. All right. It was an interesting matchup. Actually, not really. We kind of just, like, raced. And I won the race. This doesn't say target player, right? Shadow. Dismember seemed good against Shadow. Kitchen Finks seems okay against Shadow, too. I just roll like these cards. Best flavor of Laffy Taffy? It's banana, not close. Banana's busted. Banana is so busted. Alright. I don't like mutagenics very much, so I think I'm gonna cut them. I don't like Might of Old Krosa very much, so I think I'm gonna cut some. Just like a bunch of pump for a bunch of other stuff. Disputes could be useful if you're afraid of stub. I'm actually not that afraid of stub. Not that afraid of stub. I think reactive spells that aren't just Veil of Summer seem pretty bad. The Dismembers might be a little sketchy, to be honest with you. What's more stale, Pioneer or Modern? Pioneer, not close. Modern just got, like, a banning switch up. It's, like, still being figured out. Actually, Pioneer's evolving, too. Both formats are actually, like, evolving. I just don't... I mean, I've just been playing a lot of Pioneer right now. So, like, I kind of want to play some Modern. This hand's a lot of nonsense. I need like lands and it still doesn't do anything. I don't like it. I like this hand a lot. Keep bottom the extra land. Yes. Okay. This hand looks good. Pretty into this. Cut the Infect creatures. They seem bad in this matchup. Fair. I mean, we could, like, I was laughing, like, we were talking the whole time about, like, what would it take to kill them with damage, right? Dismembers are good against the big fish. They are quite good against the big fish. Also okay against shadows. Like, if their plan is to, like, be slow about shadowing. Did they look at me? Yeah, they know about this next card. A Glistener Elf. I mean, I'm going to play it. I think Glistener Elf's, like, not even that good in the matchup, and we have 2 more threats coming, so I'm just going to run them out of removal. They didn't kill it. This is unsurprising to me. Okay, now they killed it. Strange. Nothing else? No lands? They look at themselves? Yeah, they did. They have a fetch land. Book. Whatevs. They're deciding if they want the card or not. Shock. You gonna stub me? Run this out with no protection. I'm so silly. Look at me. Alright, what you got, Shadow? What you got? Removal spell plus threat is my expectation for this turn. Shock 12. This looks like... Oh, I knew about that Snapcaster Mage. I guess I know about the land. Okay. Okay, fine. Cool deal 15. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Well, that's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. Alright, we gotta do this bullshit again. This is the newly controlled one, right? Yep. Alright. Animate. There you go. Now if we draw another green source, they're just like super omega dead, right? And we still have a Dismember backed up. Go. Just nug ya for 6 poison. Shock? What the heck? You have a Teamer Battle Rage? You get a Teamer Battle Rage, a Snapcaster Mage? That ain't it, Chief. Yeah, 3 cards. Okay. What is this? Is this a threat? This doesn't look like a threat. Shadow. Okay. Glistener Elf. 2 cards. Animate. Combat. Hiya. The hell? What is happening? Trophy. Let's protect this. Okay. The plot thickens a little bit, but we have Dismember that we can prioritize if they don't have a fetch land. Because it beats Street Wraith, so if they take Dismember, they just have no threat and they go to 8. We have another threat lined up with Glistener Elf. Maybe I was supposed to let that happen. Because, like, I was scared. Like, the reason the counter removal spells there is because, like, it cuts my mana down, but it actually fixes my mana a little bit to stop it from happening, but I mean, this is a pretty tough choice for my opponent, and it hinges a lot on whether or not I draw a land. I like it. I think I'm going to jam next turn. I'm at 8. Do we think they have another removal spell? I mean, they've been through 2. Trophy's like the worst possible removal spell. I think I'm jamming. If you had Veil, letting the Inkmoth get destroyed would have been the ideal situation. Sure. So, like, they could easily have another removal spell here. They've been through 2. The fact they have this red source just lined up makes me think they might have a TBR. We might not get another turn. Like, they took Dismember. You aren't beating a removal spell unless you don't even swing. That's not true, right? We can attack because we have this Vines. Like, if all they have is a removal spell, we can go to 1, put them to 8. And then if we draw a land, we can Might plus Vines. Like, it lets us draw to a forest. Although, we can't even draw to a fetch land. Alright, we're jamming. Give it to me, Poppy. Okay. That's actually not the end of the world, right? Go. So if they don't attack with Snapcaster Mage, we're blocking the Death Shadow with the Glistener Elf. A fetch land. Now we have to block. Unlucky. Do they have another fetchable? They do, right? They play a 5th fetchable land. Color shadow, please. Oh, they play swamps? Well, the swamps don't count. They play 1, 2, 3, 4. May I joke to you? I guess just going up to 6 is enough that we have to block anyway. I don't know why I'm doing this math. Alright, I think we're drawing a land to win here. Land to win? Land or any pump spell, actually. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Good game. Both teams played hard. Whew! This thing is a sweat. I tell you what. My nerves get shot with this. Alright. 2-0'd Shadow. Whatever. Easy matchup. What's this? Red-black removal spells? Easy. Shadow? Easy. Like, are any of these matches hard? Do people find these matchups hard? I don't understand. Beat Ponza, whatever. Who cares? Not hard. Easy clap. Deck's busted. Infect feels nice. It's so sick. Kind of want to be doing this. Where's this been all of my life? I could have been doing this. This is kind of sweet. We are doing it. Doing it, chat. Oh. Huh. What a odd matchup. Veil of Summer is also kind of a broken card. Like, just think, we did all of that without Veil of Summer. So like, if we drew Veil of Summer, it would have just been so sicko. Would have been beating the crap out of them. Come on, somebody play Magic with me. I've not infected enough people today. This deck has no bad matchups. Watch, I'm talking all this smack, and then I'm just going to lose to like whatever the Infect's best matchup is. Ad nauseum, they're just going to clap me. All right, Packers fan 2311. My mom's a Packers fan. I think I'm keeping this, right? Like, we got 20 lands, and this is likely to find a land. Just got a bunch of creatures. I mean, the question is the upside of keeping this high enough? I think it is. I think it is. Like, this hand plays in a lot of matchups. Yeah, Scapeshift is a really good matchup. That's true, too. Doing it like the Discovery Channel. Yeah, it goes a little wide. It doesn't go wide very fast. So, like, if we need to go really fast, this hand doesn't do that very well. I think I'm going to keep... I think this hand's fine. Tron is Infect's best matchup, Coolio. Nah, it's got to be something more obscure than that. I thought it was Ad Nauseam because they like don't even try. Like they don't even put anything into play. Snap Mulligan, says Medic. All right, well I don't think it's a Snap Mulligan. I think this hand has kind of a lot of upside, but okay, all right. I mean, especially on the draw, like this hand just has a lot of upside, right? Am I misreading that? Especially against Bloodstained Mire strategies. Here's a land. Oh Jesus. All right. Yeah, Waterlogged Grove is fine. Green. Here's this clown. And I guess we have Mutagenic Growth, so we have to like sit here like a moron. Just like wait for it to get shot. I guess if he gets lava darted, I'm gonna Mutagenic Growth. Oh no, what is happening? Is this Jund? Is this a joke? What? This has to be a joke, right? Just like the murder's row of Infect matchups. Oh my god. Ren? Sure, my guy. Alright, Packers fan. Ugh. Land. Inkmoth Nexus. Be a nice one. Am I a joke to you? Christ. Well, I'm spewing a Mutagenic Growth. Alright, if you play Liliana, I will concede. What the heck, chat? What did I do to deserve this? This feels like it's seriously been just like the hardest possible matchups for Infect. Like, I'm out here just trying to be the good guy and trying to kill the Amulet players. Instead, I'm getting murdered for my efforts. It's unbelievable, I tell you. Alright, how the hell do we beat a Ren in 6? None of these cards beat Ren in 6. Wild. What a concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. I don't think their Finks are very good. Are they better than pump spells? I don't know, they attack. Sounds great. Keep. Do we just like hold this Hierarch? I'm not fucking doing that. Here's Hierarch. Go. Like, you're incentivized to kill the Hierarch over doing anything else, so I want this to be a lightning rod. Oh my god, I'm getting discarded E for real? Push. Christ. Everything is terrible. Take my Infect creature. You got it, friend. Okay. Beats. Go. You got me. I will veil that. That's a pretty good one. Attack. Deal some damage. It's a lot of damage. Am I main phasing this? I don't really know what I'm looking for, so I don't think so. Like, it'll depend a lot on what the context of the next turn looks like. Like, if they play like a Ren, I'm looking for something very different from, I think, right? Maybe that's just not true, because we just never want to land. also gives them less information about the context of my next turn is going to look like, because I want to hold this Vines basically no matter what. Would not mind getting Liliana here. Hell yeah. Deal. Here goes Dryad Arbor. I mean, once. Alright, well, that's pretty unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I don't really feel any incentive to fire up this Inkmoth, so I'm just not going to. Check Liana. Go. Nurturing Peatland. They got a Bloodbraid? Okay. Alright, well, I guess now I need to keep the Waterlogged Grove around. Which kind of sucks. Obviously don't want to. No, I really don't want to. Animate. Attack Liliana. Just keeping these Lilianas off the table since we have to play a long game with this stupid Waterlogged Grove. Seems like the play, but could be wrong. Could be misevaluating because I mean I've missed out on 3 Infect total right now. Damping Sphere? What the hell is that for? All right, sure. What the fuck? Okay. Well, had I known they had Damping Sphere in their deck, I probably would have played a little differently. Nice. Play this. Animate this. Check with this. Play this. I very likely just have to fetch a chalk, right? Alright. I don't think there's a way around it. I really tried to avoid it this game, but I don't think there's a way around it. I'm not blocking, friend. Sure. I'll go to 8. Okay. Well. Well, this Waterlogged Grove is an idea. That's a big one. That's a big draw. Fire this up. I'm sorry, might this. I can't kick this, unfortunately. Is that relevant? I don't think so. Yo. Because we have lands to discard, so I'm cool with them plussing. And they just have nothing. They just have nothing for 2 mana. Sounds good to me, friend. Find a way to kill me. Alright. think they would have only been at 9. No, I missed out on 3 Infect. They would have been dead this game. But they would have had a Liliana running this whole time, so, like, it's just a completely different game. I actually think we've played okay. Like, now they're just in a lot of trouble. Like, if they're plussing, that's good for me. They didn't crack Peatland, which is weird. Like, it feels like they need a removal spell, or they're just, like, the big dead, right? So if we crack this land, we find a removal spell. What does the game look like? Target opponent reveals this or her hand. You choose an instant or sorcery from it. That player discards that card. It gets a -2/-2. Cast. Target this. Okay. Odd flex. Plus, I'll discard a land. You don't want a plus. I got a 5. That's cool with me. I like going to 5. You don't like plussing. So that card's a Colligon's Command. That's pretty good. Animate. I'll bet. Both at you. Huh. Do we jam? 3-0. Yeah, we are 3-0. Alright, pop this. Blow me out. You got the Colligon's Command? I should have done this before animating. I'm such an idiot. Unbelievable. What do you have? They actually had it, chat. They actually had it. No! They actually had to have specifically Colligon's Command, and they did. And I still could have played around it by pumping before animating. I could have cracked the land too and then cast Distortion Strike. They should just be dead. I threw it, chat. I threw it. I finally threw it all. Alright. Yeah, you got me. Oh, all I had to do was pump before animating. The thing is, yeah, I just played horrible. The thing is, I don't know if I'm supposed to crack the thing to the Waterlogged Grove. If I had, I mean, I definitely found the Distortion Strike. Otherwise, yeah, they know my hand's 2 lands, right? And they knew I drew Pendelhaven. I should have just done it. And then we get to pump up the Glistener Elf and go for the kill. Unless they try to... If they kill my thing in response, they get another turn. Like if they Colligon's Command, make me discard, deal 2 in response to the Pendelhaven activation on the Glistener Elf. But that, I feel like they want to get greedy and kill the Inkmoth Nexus. Because they can block the Glistener Elf. So I feel like they wouldn't do that, but if they did, they do get another turn. Because we can only hit them for 2. But then they have to find an answer to Inkmoth Nexus, which is just asking a lot. Or a Bolt. Like, I guess that was dead too, like another Bloodbraid Elf or a Bolt or anything. But Bolt answers Inkmoth Nexus, so Bolt's live in both scenarios. Ugh. Tough. Tough. Wait, maybe I was just dead no matter what. Because they could just shock me. Like, that's the thing. If I don't present lethal, they just shock me, and then they have lethal with the Bloodbraid Elf? I didn't think about that. So what happens if I animate, pump, attack? I have to draw the Distortion Strike, which requires me to draw off my Waterlogged Grove proactively. Magic's so hard, chat. Magic's so hard. Maybe this will finally be an easy one. No kidding. What has been this lineup? It's unbelievable. And this deck is so complex. I'm just way too dumb. I don't understand. Who did this to me? Could have been greedy with the turn before. In what way? Did I just jam? Yeah, no, I couldn't have. There was a Damping Sphere in play. I couldn't have cast. No, I couldn't have. Yeah, they had Damping Sphere. Which, I guess, did actually matter if that's our metric. Are we keeping this? It's just like, has the nuts if there's, like, this is a Infect creature? I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Keeping it. Kick Vines if you didn't animate? Oh, if I didn't animate. That's really greedy. Maybe it's not that greedy. Maybe it's not that greedy. I mean, we still have to win a game 3 there, which is probably a tall ask with them on the play. But I think we definitely should have. There's like multiple ways we should have forced game 3 there. I am just very inexperienced in the matchup. A Flooded Strand matchup. Interesting. Okay. Pendelhaven. It's not bad. Cast a pink mana cost. Infect creature, please. Ding. Go. Alright. Should we play Spellskite first? We might. We need to see what this actually is. They didn't fetch. Instead, they untap and drew. What did they multi? They multi 6? They probably do have a second land. What is happening? Maybe they're taking on conceding. Maybe this matchup's just like really bad for them. Is that possible? No, it doesn't look possible. Looks like they're playing some kind of Jeskai nonsense. Alright. Well, I'm gonna play Spellskite. Because this looks like Jeskai. If this ends up being Storm and they just have their Flooded Strand, I feel a little dumb, but Storm would have done something. So I'm gonna play this Spellskite. And hope they snare this instead of my Blighty. Don't snare my Blighty. Okay. Now I'm just going to be confused. Maybe they'll Path to Exile it. That'd be so sick. Give me another land, please. How is this deck so mana hungry all the time? For a deck that can turn 2 people off 2 lands, this deck just wants mana all the time. Alright. I may have screwed up. If they grab 2 Steam Vents, that means they're very likely to be Storm. Fuck! The bright side, we do have a kill like on my turn 4, but that's just going to be too slow. Like we could easily just die here. Oh, never mind. I don't know what the hell's happening. Nothing makes sense anymore. Is this that Owling Mine deck? Is that what's happening? Can that deck ever beat Infect? This is just a Howling Mine effect, right? You don't have to main face those, though. Exhaustion. Oh, it's taking turns. Never mind. Okay, my guy. You've kind of time walked me? Jesus. Huh. Uh-huh. This is not instant, right? Okay. So you've time walked me once. Kinda. Alright. That won't work again. And 5 mana is how much Time Warp costs, and you have no real things, but you have Cryptic Command now. Sure, let's go fetch a Dryad Arbor, I guess. Try to beat you up with that. In case you counter my moron. Oh, this is the deck that cheats Emrakul into play? It probably does have Fires of Invention. I don't know. Let's just... Do we just get this Cryptic? I don't know. Just gonna attack for 1. Maybe 2. Attack for 1. Make it 2? Do they play Censor? I don't know. Make it 2. This blows me out if they have Remand plus Exhaustion. This is probably just completely unnecessary. But we have a lot of power here, so like I'm just like living my best life. Punish me for this. Cryptic Command. Counter that and draw a card. It resolved. Why did it resolve? This should not have resolved. Are they trying to resolve a Howling Mine effect? Each player draws a card. Alright, I mean, you know you have to win this turn. Because you just let me draw another card. So, do your thing. This is turn 5. Fires of Invention, Land, Time Warp. No, this doesn't look like Polymorph Emrakul. What's up, Jesky? Jesky Sandsea? It's a new deck on Goldfish. I'm pretty sure this is like a Fires of Invention deck. Alright, Exhaustion. You can't draw that in play at the same turn. Alright, so they have Cryptic Command. This looks like Cryptic Command. Do we just play the scale up? I don't think we have to. We can play the Might, right? We can, like, Might. Pump. Might. That's 5/6. And we have Groundswell instant speed. Alright. And I think this is like the lowest equity thing we can commit, right? Like if they Cryptic Command me here, tap my team, bounce or whatever. That's just like fine. Groundswell? Can you? That's just... What the? It's just it, huh? That's just can't beat that. It's turn 5. Put some stuff on my thing. Okay. I don't understand. I have so many questions. That's not true, Refute. They cast a exhaustion. They cast an exhaustion. Which I don't understand. I have so many questions. Is Spellskite good in this matchup? I actually don't think it is. This is the first time I'm taking out Spellskite. We're taking it out. Taking it out. Doesn't do anything. I don't think they're ever blocking. Get this out of my deck. The dude playing White Weedy deck in Modern. Didn't know the names of these cards. Yeah, I've had to read a lot of these cards. Still stands taking turns. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Fires of Invention's a thing. I just don't know if they have Lightning Bolts. Which, like, doesn't influence a ton of my decision making, but, like, it would make these incrementally better. But as it stands, I don't think this card's very good. So I'm not going to bring it in. I mean, I'm not gonna leave it in. Resolve turn 3 card liberated. Didn't play another card. Ugh. Tron. Fat Town. What? Tron is miserable. How do you like Tron? Oh, come on. I thought we were cool. You've been hanging out the whole time. Been great. Fun to talk to. And you're just gonna hit me with I like Tron? How am I supposed to process that? How am I supposed to process that? They're gonna moon you? Oh, shit. Alright, I'll die to that. I'll die to that. You know what? They can have a game. But for what it looked like, they played a bunch of non-basic lands that weren't islands. Like, they played no islands, right? They played, like, Mystic Sanctuary, a bunch of duels, Like that Minamui land or Mikakoro, whatever it's called. Yeah. Drake, how do you think I feel traveling with Anderson? I know, Anderson, dude, he's on the cadets now, and I have to, like, interact with him on a daily basis. I feel like Strawn. Unbelievable. Ladislaw was great. I play E-Tron. Refute! Refute! My whole chat! What is happening? Alright. Actually, E-Tron's a little better. Some of the Eldrazi creatures are kind of sweet. The next frustrating because it has Tron far too often. Hey, Refute, thanks for the follow. Is it because I said E-Tron was good? Is that why you followed me? I appreciate it. Heart Amulet. Now you're talking. Are the Arc? Now you're talking. Amulet's a sweet deck. It does cool things that is like unique to Magic, and like anybody like new to playing Magic could be like, what is happening? It's like super sweet. Fires is likely a Detriment to the right. You're clear to go. I hope. Last time I played was during Mercadian Masks. I mean, heard that's a fun set, but that's many moons ago. Eldraine was an interesting time to pick back up after you playing only in Masks. I'll tell you what. Keep. This hand's sweet. This hand's much faster. We just, like, have the turn, too. So, like, are we doing it? I'm doing it, right? Like, we're just, like, doing it. I'm just going to try to kill him on turn 2. Like, it's just happening. Punch card, you're going to get punched in the mouth on turn 2. One card on top, one card on bottom. I'm going for it, chat. There's just... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This may be a complete betrayal of all of your trust. And for that, I'm sorry. But, as they say in the business, I am going to jam. I'm one short? Oh, that's right, I am. Fuck. For some reason, I did the Pendelhaven math like I could pump and cast it. Wow, I'm so dumb. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. We'll just play the Hierarch on 2. We're going to play the Hierarch on 2. No worries. No stress. Oh, no. Simian Spirit Guide. What? What? What is happening? 2 mana. Search for Azcanta. Chat, they pitched a Spirit Guide bolted by Glistener Elf. What the fuck? I put the Fear of God in him. Put the Fear of God in him. He might draw Scale Up. That'd be a pog. Actually, once upon a time. Now I feel really dumb. Alright, let's put this into play. Let's put this into play. Remand your Noble Hierarch. Alright, now we have Lethal. We have Lethal on our next turn. So hopefully they'll just like do something goofy, like play Exhaustion, and we'll just kill them. It'll be a good time. Thing in the ice. Deal. No land. Land. Book. Do they have it, chat? What could they even have here? What could they even have? Animate, Groundswell. Never mind, we're still short, right? No, we're not. We're not short. We're not short. 1 blue. What could they have? Dismember. That would be suboptimal. We can play around Dismember. We can play around Dismember. We have now played around Dismember. You want to block? You want to block? You want to block? You can do some stuff. What you got? What you got? What you got? Huh? What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? You got a bounce spell? You got a bounce spell? Blockers? Huh? Blockers? Jam! 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 Please don't have a Vapor Snag or something. That would blow me to the moon and back. Please don't do it. Dead. Fog. Is there a blue fog? Pongify. Pongify would be such a blowout. SSG to Mana Leak. I would take that, actually. That's just like a Force of Will, right? Like, that's good fair magic. They just like salt timing out? Is that what's happening here? Don't be that person. I think he quit. Yeah, you're probably right. They're probably the big mad that they had, like, they pitched Shimmy Spirit God Bolt and, like, killed my idiot, and then I just, like, killed them on turn 3 anyway. Or they're just, like, doing the sickest slow roll of the century. Like, you could just be sitting there, like, yeah, exactly. They could just be, like, sitting there, like, I'm going to wait, like, 3 minutes, and I'm going to unsummon the shit out of his creature. That'd be a beat. The suspense. I think SSG is a fair card only if it's used to cast Mana Leak. Calculus, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Still lives the of his Dismember. That's true. That's true. But we don't get blown to the moon by Dismember, and that is what's important. They what, go to, like, 5 poison? Then we can only hit him for 3 poison next turn, so we have to draw another bounce spell? I mean, yeah, Dismember still plays. Dismember still plays. Opponent! Alright, how long do I have to sit here, chat? Simian Spirit Guide into 3x Metamorphosis up to flip Thing in the Ice. I might... You know what? If they do that, I will concede the match. I won't even play game 3. I'll just concede the match. I will literally... Yeah, I'll just concede the match. If they flip Thing right here, I will concede the match. It's just gonna happen. There's just no beating that. I don't understand. I will get sent fully to the Shadow Realm. It's the big brain math. Opponent. Opt into triple gut shot? Sure. Maybe opponent's toaster got fire? I don't think so. They didn't even disconnect. It was time for this. Alright. Alright, chat. We might pull up some love letter to pass the time. I mean, there's not even a ton left to do, right? Like, we could just wrap the stream up since this is the last match. You just, like, start cleaning it up and talk about our matches. Because, like, I don't think we're gonna glean any, like, revolutionary info from our salting off opponent. Okay, they conceded. Oh, no, they didn't. They just took the 10. Yeah, they have 10 poison counters. All right, cool. Thank you, opponent, for not completely salting off. All right. A crispy 4-1. Crispy 4-1. Honestly, this is like the Legends 4-1, though. Because, like, do you know how hard this league was? It was unbelievably difficult. It was just like... What was this? This was like Ponza. I was like, okay, sure, whatever. Blowing up my lands isn't great, and they have a bunch of removal spells. This was like this black-red designed to beat Infect deck that was just like Cruxing and Lilianing and Bobbing. And it was just like Jund minus the crappy green cards with more discard removal. Okay, sure. We managed to like eke that one out. Then this was like 4-color Shadow. Not a good matchup. Managed to 2-0 it because we're great. This was... like literal Jund, which is among the worst possible matchups. I don't even understand how we beat that at all anymore with Plague Engineer and Ren and 6 being in the format. But we almost got game 2. Game 2 was very skill intensive, and I think I threw it. But we could have forced a game 3 and maybe even won that match, but I'm bad. And then we just like beat the crap out of nonsense, which, for what it's worth, the thing we can glean from beating the crap out of nonsense was that's what Infect does, right? Like that's why you play Infect, is that like if there's like nonsense going around, it's just like, what are you doing? It just goes over the top of fair decks and stuff like that. Infect just punches him in the mouth. And so that's what we did. We punched Punch Card in the mouth. So like, honestly, this is like a 4-1 playing on Legendary. Like, we kind of did it. We just kind of did it. This deck was sweet. My sideboard kind of sucked, I think. Like, I think these cards are kind of bad. Fat Town, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome having you hang out. This main deck felt great. This main deck felt crispy. I liked it a lot. The Waterlogged Groves were awesome. Obviously, like the Dryad Arbor was good. The Inkmoths were great. The Pendelhaven was busted. Like the land base just like felt like butter. Just like worked really well for having 4 colorless lands and like a random idiot land in our deck. The like pump spells were just like for the most part on time. Like, we just had a good critical mass of pump spells. We were able to kill our opponents when we felt like we needed to. The Distortion Strikes were, like, not great, but we weren't really doing a lot of creature. Like, we played against a lot of, like, Jundish decks and not a lot of creature-y decks, so... And maybe these are actually okay against Jund because of Tarmogoyfs and stuff like that, but, like, you get the idea. Like, when we're trying to, like, beat somebody over the face, like, I didn't feel like we wanted more Blossoming defense effects, really, because, like, there's a lot of times I really wanted the ability to make our creatures huge. I just wanted more of these kinds of things. and like these just didn't really fit the bill. But I feel like we had enough of these. Like this felt really well tuned. I don't know, this deck just like this main deck felt great. Veil of Summer's busted in half, and obviously looked great in our league because we played a bunch of different discard decks. Like we literally played Shadow, Jund, and some other red-black mid-range decks. So I wanted like 100 of these. Would have played 6 if I could. Dismembers were great. Disputes like represented like some amount of interaction for annoying stuff. This split was weird. These cards were odd, but like I think the Kitchen Finks are actually good. If I were to play Infect again, I think I would change these Weather Storms to like anything else. And I might play like maybe another Dispute. Play another Dispute. I don't hate this thing. If artifacts matter, then whatever. Like, maybe this is fine. I think Force of Vigor is fine. So, like, maybe a Mystical Dispute and something else. A Shaper Sanctuary. We could play, like, 2 Shaper Sanctuaries. Like, those are actually pretty good, like, the Jundish matchups, too. And maybe that means we can cut one of these. Like, make 2 Shaper Sanctuary and another Dispute. What do you think of that? Like, have, like, 1 Kitchen Finks or whatever? I don't hate that. Just like maybe a few sideboard edits. Just like try iterating on that. But the main deck felt great. The deck felt great. So Infect's back, baby. Infect's back. So how do like Infect? Is it still good? SSA, I believe Infect is very good. Hello, Phalanx. How are you? Yeah, Infect felt awesome. I really, really like the deck a lot. I feel like it's really good right now. There's like not a lot of decks outside of Prowess that are really like preying on it well. Like Veil of Summer was such an upgrade in the like Jundish style matchups. Although we did get our face beaten by Jund, but like Shadow, right? Like that's the kind of deck that like more people are actually playing. Like Veil of Summer felt really good. Finks is good for burn. Yeah, I mean, are we actually beating burn though? Like, are these 4 cards allowing us to actually beat burn? Like, and are people even playing burn? People are playing, like, Prowess, right? And I think Shaper Sanctuary is better against Prowess. And it's still good against burn. But I think Shaper Sanctuary is better against Prowess than any of these, like, gain life-y cards are, right? Man, Drake, I thought we were friends. You play Infect, you don't even use my list? Look, I used the list that got 9th at the last open. What do you want from me? I would ditch Weather, but keep Finks. Alright, still. So maybe, like 1 Shaper Sanctuary and a Mystical Dispute or something. I want more Mystical Disputes. I think Mystical Dispute's great. Doing nothing was here because I was at practice. I messaged you. Doing good. Not here because I was practice what I messaged you about yesterday. Sure. Skite is better against both. That's fair. I mean, we already got 2 Skites in our main deck, though. Yeah. Like, we're already kind of covered in the main deck. Crack the chests. I just now saw that refute. I don't crack chests. Come on. What do I look like, a gambling addict? I mean, I play Magic the Gathering, so, like, that's a fair assumption, actually. But, yeah, I mean, like, even the sideboard felt pretty crispy. It was just, like, these slots that were kind of my complaints. These felt like lower impact cards. Like, the rest of this felt great. Infect's busted. That's just what it is. Infect's, okay. All right. I should stop saying things are busted. I've been making an effort to be less hyperbolic. Infect is very well positioned. I think it's also not really being respected because people haven't seen it in a while, and people should be respecting it a lot more than they are. Like, if Tom Ross were to show up to it, like, the next Modern Open, you'd probably clean house. Right? Pretty excited to see some new Rin and Tix decks develop in Modern, especially with Blood Moon on the side. Art of the Arc, I don't know about Ren and 6 plus Blood Moon. That sounds kind of miserable. Why do you like Mystic more than Spell Pierce? I mean, I think Dispute's a better card. Like, where do I want Spell Pierce that Mystical Dispute is much worse? Because I think Mystical Dispute's, like, way better against, like, any variant of control deck. Storm, I think it's way, 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 way better against Storm. Just, like, hitting the creatures is so insane there. It's, like, way better against... Like, what? Like, I wouldn't want Spell Pierce against Jund or Prowess, though. Like, I wouldn't bring that card in. You just need Veil to stop. I mean, whatever. Like, against Storm, like, I just want all my Disputes, all my Veils, and I'd consider this, but probably wouldn't end up bringing it in. Because I think my matchup should be pretty good already. Piercing Walkers is great. Okay, but like what walkers do I have what walkers am I playing against that that I have Spell Pierce in my deck, and Dispute isn't better, right? Pyrotechnical Genius, think of the follow. I really appreciate it. So, like, against, like, a control deck. Like, if you're playing Narset, Teferis, anything like that, Mystical Dispute's better. If I'm playing against Jund, Spell Pierce is not my deck, because it's not good enough at the time. It's not good enough against, like, I don't think it's enough against Ren at 6 either. Like, I don't think that's how we're beating Jund. We're just not beating Jund with Spell Pierce in our deck. Meeting against Storm, meeting Piercing Walkers, especially Lily Ren. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fat Town. I just don't want it. I don't want it in my deck against Jund. Alright, hold up. Let's bring up a metagame, shall we? Burp. Goldfish. Muttered. Boop. Amulet, not bringing it in. Mono Red, not bringing it in. Not bringing it in. Not bringing it. Might bring it in. There's actually, hold on. This might be a real matchup where it matters because they have Chalice, right? That's kind of a problem. No, but I'm just going to bring in all my Force of Vigors instead. Okay, never mind. Spell Pierce I would not bring in this matchup. Vance Snowblade. What is this? Dispute's better against this card. Dispute's better against this card. Dispute's better against these cards. It's not better against this one. Better against both of these, though. Better against this. Not better against that, but, I mean, that's hard to catch because it's 1 mana. Not really ever spell piercing that. Whatever. Where's a spell, like, Mystical Dispute's way better here. But worse against, like, these cards. Actually, yeah, no, I would bring in Spell Piercer. I would bring in Spell Piercer. It's better against this. So it's just the discard spells. But we have Veils coming in for these, too. Like, we're bringing in all our Veils for this. So, like, if you're lining your spells up, like, you can dispute this, Veil this, and, like, your cards line up well. Dredge, I would bring in Spell Piercer, I think. And Mystical Dispute is worse. So, Dredge, I think, is a good example of one where I might have Spell Piercer in my deck. And Mystical Dispute's worse. Tron, one where Spell Pierce is much better, but I'm not sure I'd bring it in anyway. I'm just trying to NASCAR this deck, right? Control Dispute's way better. Shadow, I'm not bringing in either of them. Titanfield, I don't even know what this deck is. I don't think I'm bringing in either of them. Giftstorm, I'd rather have Dispute. Heliod, I'm not bringing in either. And Shadow, I'm not bringing in either. So it's like Dredge is the only matchup I can think of. Wow, Infect, I see. Nice. Bought my mono green Infect deck for $20. And it's capable of a turn 2 win. Yeah. I mean, Infect's great right now. But, so that's kind of my TLDR why I like Dispute better than Spell Pierce is like, everyone's playing blue cards. Like, if you want to be countering spells as an Infect deck, like if you are in the Infect role, where you're generally an aggro deck, like an aggro combo deck, but like, need to interact with counter spells, Dispute is generally better than your other options. I mean, Spell Pierce is good. Like, I'm not here to, like, crap on Spell Pierce and say it's unplayable. I think a split might even be justifiable. Like, maybe there's, like, 2 Disputes, 1 Spell Pierce kind of thing that you could do, right? Like, that could make sense. But I think Dispute being able to hit the creatures out of Storm and Urza, like Urza proper, is really, really, really noticeable. And obviously the 1 extra mana matters a lot, too. And on top of all that, it's not like Mystical Dispute just has no targets if you're playing against, like, Dimir Wurza and you need to counter a Fatal Push. It still can function as a 3-mana mana leak. That's a lot of mana. Like, Infect's probably not holding that up the majority of the time. But it is like a relevant line of text on the card. So, I don't know. That's my spiel. I've talked for long enough. Thank you all for hanging out. There's a lot of people in here today. I see a lot of people passionate about Infect. If you like my content, you enjoyed the stream I did today, please hit the follow button. It's the easiest way to support me on Twitch, and we'll let you know when I go live, which is every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And if you are watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It's the easiest way to support me on YouTube, and we'll let you know when I post more videos. I really appreciate everybody's support today, and I will catch you next time.